Should I get angry at my child or hold it in?
Shang, how many times do I have to tell you to understand? I yelled again. Why can't I control my anger like this?
It's okay, Popo. When parents get angry at their children, I'll help you with actions and games that nurture the child's self-regulation and self-esteem, based on research by Genie, who is an elementary school teacher, a PhD, and also a mom.
Really? Why is it so hard to control these sudden feelings of anger?
Part 1. Why is it difficult for us to hold back our anger? There are two important systems in our brain. First, the amygdala is the brain's alarm system. It reacts very quickly to detect danger or threats to protect the body. Second, the frontal lobe is the brain's control center. It makes judgments, analyzes situations, and regulates emotions.
So why does mom keep yelling?
That's a good question. The problem is that the amygdala reacts before the prefrontal cortex does. In other words, the brain expresses anger first, and rational judgment comes later. In fact, psychological research shows that when we get angry, our heart races, and adrenaline is released, sending signals to fight or flight. This reaction was advantageous for survival, but now it makes you react in the same way to even the child's small mistakes.
So, you feel like Shang spilling milk is a threat.
That's right. But fortunately, there is a way. Take a deep breath for just 3 seconds. In that moment, your frontal lobe starts to activate again. Instead of getting angry, like before, you can make a different choice. Thinking, the child made a mistake, how can I help now?
Mom, can we not get angry next time?
Yes, I'll practice too. Next time, I'll pause for 3 seconds and speak to you warmly.
Anger is instinctive, but a pause of 3 seconds is a choice. That choice gifts safety to the child's brain and heart, and peace to the parent's heart. Should I get angry at my child or hold it in? Part 2. How can I help my child develop the ability to manage their emotions when I feel angry?
Shang, you spilled milk again.
Mom, I'm sorry.
Popo, wait a moment. This is the moment for a 3-second pause.
A 3-second pause? What does that mean?
I'll explain based on research. When we get angry, amazing changes happen in our brains. When the amygdala sends a threat signal, the heart beats faster and breathing becomes rapid. However, if you just pause for 3 seconds, the prefrontal cortex starts to function again.
So can mom avoid getting angry?
That's right. If parents calm down their emotions first, the child's brain receives a signal that it's safe, and their emotions begin to stabilize. In psychology, this process is called co-regulation.
1, 2, 3. It's okay. We can wipe the milk. Let's be a bit more careful next time.
Okay.
Did you see that? This brief 3 seconds is the brain's buffer time that delays automatic responses and allows for rational choices. A 3-second pause may seem like a small action, but it helps both parents and children develop the ability to manage their emotions. Part 3. What actions can parents take to help their children develop self-regulation?
Oh, you threw it again. I've told you so many times.
I'm sorry.
Mom, this is the perfect opportunity to teach the child self-regulation.
I'm feeling really angry right now. What should I do?
The first of the 7 strategies to cultivate children's self-regulation is to pause for a moment and catch your breath. The very act of a parent practicing a 3-second pause when they are angry serves as the best example for the child.
When I see mom pause, am I learning to pause too?
That's right. Children learn emotions from their parents' actions rather than their words. The moment parents take action first, this message is engraved in the child's subconscious. Emotions can be controlled.
1, 2, 3. Good. It's true that mom is angry, but let's organize things together again.
I'll try my best too.
This little pause is the turning point that transforms discipline into growth. Children learn true self-regulation not from their parents yelling, but from their parents' calm breaths. Part 4. Due to such behavior from parents, children struggle with self-regulation and self-esteem.
Mom's angry voice. It's so scary. My heart is racing.
I unconsciously raised my voice. Why is it so hard to endure?
Children listen to their parents' words, but what they engrave more strongly in their hearts are expressions, the tone of voice, and the tension in the body.
So when my mom is calm, I feel at ease too.
That's right. When parents are calm, the child's nervous system also calms down. However, if you respond with anger, the child's anxiety actually increases. The tone and expression of an angry voice are imprinted as threat signals in the child's brain's amygdala, causing the release of adrenaline and cortisol.
Then the child will keep feeling anxious, and their self-regulation and self-esteem won't develop well.
That's right. If shouting and threats are repeated, the child may struggle with self-regulation and the formation of self-esteem. However, if the parents take a moment to breathe and respond calmly, the child feels this way.
I am safe, I am loved, and it's okay to make mistakes.
As these experiences are repeated, the child's heart becomes deeply rooted with emotional stability and resilience that will support them for a lifetime. Part 5. Disciplining a child this way can make them feel intimidated.
Shang, I told you not to do that again.
Mom, I just got angry.
Popo, just a moment. Wise parents start by expressing their feelings before correcting their child.
Words that first convey emotions?
That's right. Look at the emotions first, rather than the child's behavior. For example, it was a little scary, wasn't it? Can you tell me how you felt just now?
When Mom says that, it feels less scary.
And more comforting, right? When parents first express emotions in words, the child's heart calms down and they regain a sense of safety. The child's prefrontal cortex is activated, helping them organize their emotions and engage in conversation. So if you immediately say, "Why did you do that? I told you not to," what happens? In that case, the child's heart may defensively close off, and they may feel more discouraged than learn.
Rather than scolding me, if my mom listens to my feelings first, I want to try harder.
That's exactly it. Wise parents are those who first pause to understand their child's emotions. That pause is indeed the beginning of the most powerful discipline. Part 6. The actions of parents who cultivate this, a more powerful predictor of success than learning ability.
Mom, why do you keep saying that the 3-second pause is important?
That's a good question. According to research, self-regulation is a more powerful predictor of success than learning ability.
Does self-regulation just refer to the ability to control one's anger?
It's more than that. Self-regulation refers to the ability to recognize, control, and choose actions according to the situation. Children with high self-regulation recover more quickly from stressful situations and grow healthily in both academics and peer relationships.
So, is being good at solving problems related to self-regulation?
That's right. Children who can manage their emotions excel in problem-solving skills and show higher achievements in the long run. Then how can we cultivate this self-regulation? As parents and children accumulate experiences of regulating emotions together, the child's self-regulation develops. When parents calmly stop and express their emotions first, children learn to do the same.
When I see my mom taking a deep breath and speaking, I end up doing the same.
That's right. Self-regulation is not an innate trait, but a life skill that can be trained. Children learn by observing how their parents control their breathing, speech, and actions.
Academic performance is a momentary result, but self-regulation is an asset that guides you for a lifetime.
That's right. The 3 seconds of pause and calm demeanor that a parent shows to a child today will become the seed of self-regulation that supports the child's entire life. Part 7. The game that develops self-regulation, a powerful predictor of success.
Isn't it difficult to cultivate self-regulation?
Not at all. A child's self-regulation can be nurtured at home like a game, even without special textbooks or programs. Everyday emotional training with parents has the greatest impact on a child's brain development and emotional stability.
So, what specific games should we play?
The first one is the traffic light stop game. It's about turning the principle that the amygdala reacts immediately when angry while the prefrontal cortex activates later into a game. Create color cards with red for anger, yellow for frustration, and green for calmness to express emotions. When a child is angry, asking them if they feel red or yellow helps them recognize their emotions and practice pausing for a moment. Just by naming emotions, the response of the brain's amygdala is alleviated and calmness is promoted.
Then I can express my feelings in colors.
That's right. The second activity is an emotional container game. Children with high self-regulation tend to practice externalizing and managing their emotions well. You place a cup and try to fill it with emotions like water according to different situations. For example, if anger fills the cup, how can we reduce it? Today, I have this much joy, that's what I'm saying. When emotions are transformed into visible forms, the child learns that emotions are something they can control within themselves.
I see. So what role should parents play?
Lastly, it's about the parent's self-care. A parent's emotional stability directly affects the child's stability. Anger often stems from fatigue, lack of sleep, or stress. When parents rest enough, take care of their emotions, and practice self-regulation, children learn by following their example. In other words, a parent's calmness serves as the strongest modeling for a child's development of self-regulation. Anger is not a bad emotion. It's just how we handle it that changes the child's brain, relationships, and future.